Hey everybody, I'm Vivian and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about challenges. Why? Because there's a bunch of challenges going on. There's the challenge of people, they're losing a job, or the challenge of just figuring out where you want to go, the challenge of switching your major, or the challenge of just having different obstacles to face and you feel alone and you don't know what to do or how to help yourself. How do you view challenges? Do you view them as if you were meant to be punished, or do you view them as if they're a way to help you grow? In the beginning of stages, when you first face a challenge, you're like, oh my gosh, this is happening for real. I can't stand this. I'm the only one going through this. And you feel like there's nobody around you that can help you out. You're stuck and you don't know where to go. You feel like you have no control over your life because things just happen unexpectedly. Like for me, the challenge of having limited vision, and I didn't know that until I started to see all the people around me treating me differently. That was a challenge that I barely had to know and understand and face throughout these years, knowing how people are going to react to me, figuring out how I'm going to accommodate myself. Just having all these things that I have to go through and just see how different people react to me, and how I need to learn to, accept myself. And this is what I feel like I got out of this situation. It's challenging. It kind of is sometimes. And you can't always be like, oh, just accept it and know that it happened for a reason. I know it happened for a reason. I'm not gonna say I didn't choose this, I didn't want this, because in reality, as a human, you think you didn't want this. But in a deeper sense or a bigger perspective, what if it really is to help you work with different emotions that you haven't dealt with? And with losing or having limited vision, I have to be patient. I have to do things in a different way. I have to pay more attention to where I'm going. I have to be a good listener. And I really have to practice self-love. And this is what I'm getting out of this whole, it's a lesson. And I'm not going to play it off as keep on thinking that it was the worst thing that could happen to me. And I can't believe it happened to me because it was meant to be, and I just have to, deal with it. And in these situations, you do feel alone and you feel like there's nobody else in the world, but there is a lot of people going through the same thing that you're going through, and it's okay. So think about the challenges you're facing. What are you facing? Are you facing criticism? Are you facing self-hatred? Are you facing anger? Are you facing the challenge of you got evicted or kicked out of your own home? Are you facing poverty? What are these challenges that you're facing, and what have you learned from them? Obviously, if you're barely going through this challenge and it's the beginning stages of being angry or being sad or just not wanting to accept where you are, then yeah, be mad, be sad. I agree, because when this challenge barely begins to show itself to you, you realize that you have to feel it through. You can't just be like, no, there's a higher purpose. I'm pretty sure not even I would think about that. And it even takes years to accept this challenge, to make it a strength in your journey instead of making it a weakness, instead of wallowing in it forever. Just see it as another stepping stone to growth. And how did it help you, and what did you learn from it? Maybe you learned that you shouldn't do that again. Maybe you learned a new skill. Also, challenges also produce a lot of contrast. You see a lot of people that are hungry in the world, and there's a lot of generous people trying to help, trying to feed other people, giving out money to help, and giving money to soup kitchens to feed homeless, to feed poor people, or a lot of people that have cancer, trying to help other people. It's not that it was meant to be that people have certain diseases, and I'm not saying that it is, but by this and then by other people having certain things going on, you can also see that there's a lot of cures, other people trying to help them out. And some things can be really challenging and traumatic, and when you lose someone or getting into a car accident could be very scary. It's something so difficult, so hard, and sometimes you can always think that, oh my god, this is horrible. Why would someone do this to me? Or why would God do this to me? Why was this put here? Why me if I'm such a good person? And why does this happen to certain types of people and bad people are still out there? Challenges happen to all of us in different ways. If you're put here, I'm pretty sure your life is not perfect. It's not like everyone makes it out to be. No matter if you have a little bit of money, no matter if you have a lot of money, you still are going to go through all these challenges. You're still going to learn from them. You're still going to grow from them. Only because you have money doesn't mean you have financial freedom, but you also have a lot of emotional challenges happening to you or for you. They're just things we need to work through. For myself personally, I feel like I've been through so much, and I always think, oh man, what else is there left? What else could happen to me? And I don't think about it, but I wonder. And I guess if I wonder, I do think about it, but that wondering if what else do I have to go through? What else do I have to work on? What else do I have to learn? And if something comes up or happens for me, because obviously it's not to me, I will deal with whatever comes at me, and I will gladly, if it's so horrible and bad, face it, feel it. If it's good or bad, know how it feels, or be sad for a while, see what happens next. And just expecting that something bad is going to happen is so paranoid, just causes anxiety, just wondering what else is going to happen. This is going to go bad because it went bad last time, or if I do this, it's going to happen the same way. I'm pretty sure the challenge that you went through will not happen again unless you ignored what it had to teach you. And sometimes it's hard to accept that it had to teach you something, and you don't want to see it, and that's fine. You don't have to believe what I'm saying. After all, it's just my opinion. That's why I'm doing these videos. It's my expression, it's what I'm saying, it's what I believe. But if you really go back and look at I know it's hard to look at painful memories and difficult, and it could either make you spiral down into a depression, or it can make you really analyze what happened, see it, and then if time passed by, you could really see what it had to show you now. I'm not saying look at it when you're going through it. Look at it like a year from now, 2 years from now, and see what you learned from that situation or from that challenge. And you'll be like, wow, I really did learn something from it. All the challenges you go through, you're able to relate to other people. You're able to help other people and be like, yes, I've gone through that. Yes, I've gone through that. I know how it feels, and it's okay. When someone knows that you've kind of been through something similar, you kind of say, oh man, I kind of feel, even though it sounds like wrong, you feel good that someone else has gone through the same thing that you've gone through. It's like a breath of fresh air, like, oh my god, I'm not the only one that went through this. And throughout all the things that I've gone through, I've looked it up, and I've seen, if I'm going through them, I look it up and see other people's lives, how they're dealing with it, how they're getting through it, how they're helping other people. And once you see how you can help other people with what you've gone through, you're literally grabbing your challenge and really making it a strength. And I keep speaking about challenges because we're going through a big challenge, a big shift right now. Everyone is just going around being angry, hating everybody, instead of, there is people really trying to figure out a cure. There's people that are trying to help each other, but then there's other people that want to divide everyone, and there's other people that are just hating on everyone. Instead of just like just being safe with yourself and knowing that you're going to be safe, and instead of being angry and mad at what everyone else is doing, just focus on yourself, focus on growing, and really try and face this challenge and make it a strength. Right now we're all on lockdown, we all don't know what's going to go on next. How can you better yourself in this challenging time? How can you deal with what's going on in a healthy way? Maybe you could just FaceTime everyone, all your friends, and talk, or maybe you can write and get things out there, write a book, or think of a new app to create, or get online and start researching about stocks. That's what I'm doing right now, looking at stocks, trying to figure it out. I'm on the app Skillshare, learning new things while everything is closed. And there's so many things to do right now that you can. Working out, that is a good way to de-stress and not feel as bored as if you're just sitting there scrolling through your phone, you're looking at social media, you see all these posts of people just hating on each other and just people trolling other people. Instead, you could be just being creative at these moments when it's so challenging and you don't know what to do. And instead of thinking of the future, instead of thinking if you're going to get this virus, you can focus on other things that are going to help you. And you're seeing how all these old things are finally going to die out. All these old paradigms of doing things a certain way. There's a lot of things going to be created, I bet, because there's so many people in their homes. People are going to get ideas, and it's going to be a challenging time. And we need to realize that nothing's going to be the same. Nothing's going to go back to normal. Everything is going to constantly change. There's no normal anymore. There's going to be so many different things nowadays. Things are going to be done differently. I think what I see right now is people working from home more. Even when this whole lockdown is over, things are just going to be different, and it's going to be created. It's going to be another normal, another type of normal. Everything is changing. With this hard, challenging time, we're seeing how racism was still here, was still happening, and you have other people posting videos, people protesting, they're helping out. There's so many people helping people out right now, really fighting for people's rights, really fighting to do the right thing. And this challenge of poverty is hard, and you may not even have the money to pay your bills, and you may almost get evicted, and it's hard, and things are just not working out for you, and it's challenging. So it's a time like to either ask for help or ask family to help you out. And some people may even say, sometimes life just sucks, alright? Life doesn't have, it never goes my way, and always one challenge after the other comes up. I lose my job, and then somebody just like, someone pops my tires or someone steals my wallet. It just never turns out. These challenges are so difficult, and we sometimes never think about how good we have it. Sometimes doesn't matter if you're rich, doesn't matter if you're poor, you never know how good you have it until you lose things, until you realize that you have a good life. So when you're facing a challenge, really see what you're really grateful for that you have right now, that you're grateful to be in a house, you're grateful for your bed, you're grateful for your phone, you're grateful for your freaking computer, grateful for your loving family that you have, grateful for your dog, grateful that you have money to pay your bills, grateful that you have food. There's so many reasons why you should be grateful right now. You may not have the things that you really want in your life, or you may be facing this horrible challenge and it's hard and you feel like no one is getting you and no one is understanding what you're going through. Only you know what you're going through. Only you know how to get out of your challenging time, your challenge, your obstacle. You're the one that knows how or when you're going to get out of it. No one's going to be able to tell you when you're going to get out of it. All you can do is listen to some suggestions. If you don't like them, don't do them. We all have choices. You could have a choice to continue to be this victim and thinking that things are happening to you and thinking that there's no way out and thinking that the world is against you. Or you can choose the other route and really look into your challenge, your obstacle, a traumatic event that happened, and really build yourself up slowly in small steps. You don't have to, like, I'm not saying feel bad, then feel good. No. Feel bad and then feel a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. And kind of hype yourself up, because getting out of this hole or this hard time, this challenging time, it is difficult. But if you really want to get out of it, you can. And the best way to do it is either surround yourself with people that really help you be in a positive mindset. Surround yourself with people that are gonna be funny with you, tell jokes, just talk about good things they're doing, things they're achieving, things they love, hobbies, whatever. Don't surround yourself with people that are always mad, disappointed, grumpy, complaining, because then you're gonna go back to how you were. It's hard because you're not taught to be all hyped up. Like, no one says hype yourself up. That's weird. I'm like by myself. What am I gonna say? Make some words up and really see how good you'll feel afterwards. You'll feel hyped, ready to go. And slowly, you'll realize that you're ready to get out there and go back out there and help other people, either from what you learned from your challenges or something else, something new you learned. But a challenge is an asset. A challenge is contrast. A challenge teaches us to know what is good and what is bad. If we didn't experience hardships, challenges, how would we know or appreciate the good things that happen to us? If you experience good and good and good and good, you wouldn't know difficulty. You wouldn't grow as much. As we don't like challenges, they are helping us grow in so many ways. And when bad things happen and something good things happen, when something bad happens and a good thing happens to us, we don't we don't remember the good thing that happened. We're always thinking negatively instead of thinking positively. Like, oh, do you remember a happy moment? For me, I don't really, like, sometimes I don't remember. I mostly remember the times that were hard and difficult. But I bet if I really focus and I try to remember a good thing, it probably help me throughout the day. And sometimes what I try to do is when I'm having a difficult or challenging day and there's things that are not going my way, I think of something funny, and then eventually that other thought that was bugging me goes away. And I always see these comments too on YouTube. People say they feel alone or they feel lost, and I say, you're not alone, and it's okay to be lost, and it's okay that you feel, but you're not alone. And even if you don't know them, you just have to reach out and really know that there's other people there to help you out. Honestly, this earth is such a challenging place. You cannot escape a challenge. Face every challenge head on and just see how it makes you feel. The hardest challenges are the ones that are really going to help you grow. And if you don't believe me, if you don't think it's true, that's fine. I don't expect people to agree with what I'm saying, but that's fine. I don't care. That's cool. Everyone has their own perspective, and some people will say, you know what, other people don't deserve to go through such a difficult time. Other people shouldn't do or shouldn't have to go through difficult times to grow. It's not necessary. You don't have to. And that's okay. If you believe that we don't need a challenge to help us grow, that you don't need a challenge to change your story, you don't need a challenge to help other people, then you could think that. But my challenges have made me see who I want to be, what I want to do, and where I want to go. And if I didn't go through all these challenges, it wouldn't have made me the person that I am now. It wouldn't have, this is, I'm a totally different person. Technically, I'm the same person, but my attitude is different. I don't think the same way as I thought about like 5, 10 years ago. My mind has had ideas, let go of ideas, and if things didn't happen to me the way they did, I would have just kept on doing the same thing over and over again, not caring about like how my growth, not caring about how I could help other people. Just the challenges we have create who we're gonna be later in the future. Every challenge changes your identity, changes what you want, changes what you don't want. It just promotes growth. It expands your consciousness. It makes you a different you. It gives you confidence. It allows you to become a better version than you used to be. It makes you, in a sense, have more knowledge, have more wisdom of where you want or what career you want to take. That's why there's nurses, that's why there's doctors. There's nurses and doctors because maybe they experienced something difficult in their life. Maybe they just wanted to help people. That's why there's firemen. There's so many people, they decided on their career because of what happened to them. They just want to help other people. You relate to people more. You're more kind to people. You have more things in your bag, more tools to work with. I can tell you what to do, but I didn't live it. Whatever you went through, I don't know. But you can view it in a different way. You have so many people, they could tell you what to do. Everyone can tell you what to do, but the only person that can make a change is you. So if you got to the end of this video, either get a pen, get your computer, get a laptop, and look at all these challenges that went on your life. See how hard they were. See how you overcame them. See how they helped you and didn't help you, and see what you gained from it. And I'll see you in the next video.